Now, astronomy is something else I've been interested in for a long time. Now, there's a specific topic within this area that I want to talk about, and that is related to Planet X, or Nibiru. So, Planet X is a mini constellation of planets and moons that orbit a brown dwarf star that orbits our very own sun in our solar system. Now, other names that were given to this throughout the times were Wormwood, Hercolibus, Nemesis, Marduk, Destroyer, Frightener, Red Planet, and more. On March 3rd, 1972, NASA launched the Pioneer 10 spacecraft that was meant to explore the outer planets in our solar system, but that was possibly a cover-up story, and its main purpose was maybe to find the existence of Planet X. Now, the Pioneer 10 spacecraft lasted around 30 years, so at this point it could no longer transmit any more data due to its low energy source. Early warnings of Planet X's existence were brought up when researchers noticed the orbit of Neptune and Uranus were being disturbed by something outside of our solar system, and this was not caused by Pluto. Now, Pluto was calculated to be of smaller mass than expected, so Pluto has no influence on the orbit of Uranus or Neptune, so there was still one more planet that was yet to be found in the outer area of our solar system. Back in 1992, NASA had a press release that had some very interesting points. This is what they said. Unexplained deviations in the orbits of Uranus and Neptune point to a large outer solar system body of 4 to 8 Earth masses on a highly tilted orbit that is beyond 7 billion miles from the Sun. Now, Nibiru flies through our solar system every 3,600 years, and the reason the second sun appears much more red-colored than our very own sun is because it's surrounded by red iron dust clouds, which is a known feature of brown dwarf stars. Now, this star is going to pass by Earth, and it's going to tilt the Earth a bit to where the north and the south poles will shift. This will affect climate all over the world. Now, when it passes Earth, we will pass through the tail of this star, and there's a chance it will pull some asteroids and other debris as it passes through the Kuiper Belt on its way here. So, according to some researchers, we will pass through the tail of the star for about an hour, and that's when we will be bombarded by asteroids, which will lead to earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, stronger storms, and tsunamis that will destroy coastal areas. Some sources claim that the historical records show that previous events of Nibiru passing by Earth is what caused catastrophes like the sinking of Atlantis, the deluge, the flood of Noah, and the 10 plagues of Exodus. This event is supposed to last around 150 days, which is the same amount of time that Noah's flood lasted. Now, an astronomer by the name of Gil Broussard has an estimated guess that this next event will occur on March 26th of 2016. So you might be asking, why doesn't the government talk about this and warn the public? Well, the reason is, ever since 1990, the government has known about this and has already made plans to try to avoid the situation and try to save specific people within government so they can survive the passing of Nibiru. So over the past 25 years, you might have come across a news article or perhaps maybe a video documentary talking about abandoned underground bunkers that were recently created but not finished. The reason they were not completed was because the public found out about these secret bunkers, so they would all know where to go in case nuclear war broke out or there was a big catastrophe that would affect the entire Earth. Now, during these events, the government is not going to warn the public about this, and that is because they don't want economic collapse to occur. If this does happen, then they won't be able to finish getting supplies and finishing their last steps on their underground bunkers. Now, these bunkers have limited space and are only accessible to the elite people in government of each country on Earth. These bunkers are only going to house top-level people in government that will be around to reform society after Nibiru completes its destruction on Earth. Now, one last thing I want to mention are the famous crop circles that were seen throughout the 1900s. Some of these crop circles turned out to have warnings in their design. a warning of a major event that will affect the entire Earth. One of the most important crop circles was on 2002 in Hampshire, UK. The message we have here is in the circle and is relayed in binary code. The message reads, "Beware the bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. Much pain, but still time. Believe there is good out there. We oppose deception." Conduit closing. Now, information about this topic has been around since the 1980s, but because the government has a way of suppressing information so it does not reach the public, that is why we haven't really heard too much of this for a long time. But now we live in a time when lots of people on Earth can gather information very quickly, and this can spread very fast across the globe. So if this is a topic that really interests you guys out there, then I urge you, please go check out some more articles, do your research, and watch a lot of documentaries on this, because there is a lot more information right now about Nibiru and Planet X that is headed towards the solar system where Earth is located. And it's going to cause a lot of catastrophic events, especially with climate. So this video was meant to briefly cover a couple of topics related to Nibiru or the Planet X system, if you guys were curious about it and just want to learn a little bit more. So leave your comments down below, leave a thumbs up on this video, and I'll see you guys next time.